Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, my friends. I'm here with Bronach.
Hey, Jace.
How are you?
Very good on this beautiful Waikato winter day.
Even if we find ourselves trapped in the dog pen of this beautiful new shed house that we've got going on.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, we're going to give you a full tour. We've got another beautiful shed house that we've just got code of compliance for, and we're handing over. We're going to catch up with Andy, the builder that's done the fit out on the inside. We're going to talk you through all of the costs and everything at the end so you know what this is going to cost. So stick around and we'll let you know that. But first off, Bronach, you worked with the client and designed this. Let's start having just a little look at the specs in the different areas, because we build shed houses across the greater Waikato, but we've got builders nationwide that can help you out, and we can do kit sets. So every council, bless them, has different rules. So I see 3 big in-ground concrete water tanks.
Correct, you do. Well, one of these concrete tanks, believe it or not, has to be here solely for just in case of fire. Because we're out in the country, it may take a while for the fire truck to get here, and also the fire truck will need some extra water possibly because they don't have any hydrants out on the road. So it's a council requirement that they've got to do that. Yeah,
so we're in the Waipā District Council here. They say that you've got to have all your concrete tanks in-ground concrete and then an extra one for firefighting. So, hey, that's going to be an extra $20,000 plus, maybe $30,000.
Yes.
One of those things that if you're looking at land and you've got a bigger area, sometimes just an imaginary line between councils on a map can massively differentiate how much a tank will cost comparative to a plastic above ground tank that I would have. Yes. We've got this beautiful dog pen. Kyron's done a great job. Corrugate cladding on the wall, Colorsteel, you know it, New Zealand made. That's it. If you're not backing the Kiwis, who are you backing?
Go the All Blacks. He's also done an amazing job with all the flashings. All the little cuts and details just marry up with the windows, and it just looks so nice.
Yeah, we love great flashing work. We went for the big gutters, 175 box gutters on there, but nice, beautiful Marley downpipes. So we like to put a bigger gutters on our sheds and our shed houses, just if there's trees around, boo! Make it a little bit easier when you keep those gutters clean and get the water flow, because we know that it's been raining a lot. We get these heavy rains as we do. But why don't we jump inside and start having a look at the shed?
Sounds good.
And the house in general.
Come on in, Jace.
Fantastic shed. Love it. Dry decks on the roof. Now, what's the size and specs of the garage part of the portion of the house?
We're roughly under 80 square metres for the garage and 90 square metres for the house, just over 90 square metres. The client saw our wonderful Cambridge design, which is the 2-bedroom one.
So popular.
So popular. We've built it a couple of times, and he wanted that design, but he was on a budget. But he wanted 3 bedrooms. So we compromised the garage a little and made the house a little bit bigger. So, yeah.
So then you were able to bring it in on?
Brought it in on his budget, which is roughly 330 grand all up, or 303,000, sorry, it was, including GST closed in shell for us, and then Andy did the wonderful fit out. The client looked after the earthworks himself, and he looked after the tanks and everything else.
So we'll run down all the prices as we get through, but this is it. And so we put a little few things. You got a nice window, obviously a beautiful outlook in there.
Yes.
I really like it. The nice big 2.2 doors in here. So 2.2 meters high, nice clear. I love it. If you're out in the country, it's nice being able to see through, making a view of your personal access doors. We're always a big fan of putting the laundry into your big garage shed area.
Yes.
It's a great way of using it. And then you've got nice 2 big 3x3 metre roller doors there as well. Why don't we pop inside? And I know that the client spec'd this one quite high.
A little higher than normal, yes.
So a lot of people ask us, can I screw ply to steel? Can I do it? This is actually brad nailed to it. So you can nail gun to it, you can screw to it, but there's absolutely no issues with steel stud framing to be able to attach ply to that as well. So Andy's looked after and done a great job on all the building and all the electricals and that. Why don't we take off our boots and go in and check out inside?
Beautiful. Come follow me, Jace. I'll show you around.
All right.
Firstly, we've got a bedroom over here.
Excellent. Takes me to the bedroom first, eh? Thank you,
Again,
brother.
nice big beautiful window so you can see the gorgeous view outside.
Yep.
And again, we compromised a little by making these slightly smaller than what we normally do, but still it's a decent double bedroom with a double wardrobe.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's got the height on here, so I feel like it's a little bit more than the 2.4 that I can normally touch. So what do we got? 2.7?
2.5, 2.55 to be exact.
Ah, nice. 2.55. So it gives a little bit of height. And when you're working through the design process with our drafts people, you can just specify those, and we can tell you, hey, that'll add a little bit here, or won't make much of a difference. Got plenty of room in the wardrobes in here. That's get all my Warriors jerseys, some Waikato jerseys, my endless jerseys.
Yeah. And if you have a look, all our doors are a little higher than normal.
Yeah, that's good. Makes it nice and easy for you to fit through, Brian. Come on through.
I think I need them a bit wider than taller.
So I got a nice bathroom in here. I like these mirrors and
They're
that.
really cool.
So often we'll just have these insert acrylic showers. You can already see polished concrete floors throughout the house, and I think the client's done a really cool job on that. Polished concrete looks great. It is definitely pricier, but carpet in the bedrooms and then polished concrete throughout in here.
No, it's been beautifully done.
It has been beautifully done. All right, let's continue through. I like all these. It's just nice recessed LED lights throughout. You got the storage in the hallway in here.
Yeah, and I think the other side is the hot water cupboard.
That's it. Shall we check it?
Yep.
Fans want to know. Oh, there we go. Nice big Renai hot water cylinder in there. Keeping it nice.
Pressure.
Cool. One of the little design features that you've done here, Bron, the draftee and the client, is you've got two could be kids' bedrooms in here. One's got a really cool ranch slider off here onto the deck.
Yes, I believe that's the master bedroom.
Master bedroom, nice.
Yeah.
So, and then we've spec'd in a toilet in there as well. So it's always cool. We always try and get at least 2 toilets into all the shed houses and that in there. But then you've got this great little step off and step out there as well. And then you've got the, which is a smart play, the window higher up in there so you can fit the bed underneath.
Yeah. Again, like any time, you know, as we always say, we'd like people to come in and have a chat, and then we can talk about what placements of windows, placements of walls, placements of where you're going to put your bed to make it work for you.
One of the things Andy does really well is he specifies a really big, thick underlay.
Yes.
So nice carpet, but nice, big, thick underlay, and you can sort of see it here as how thick and good it is. So
it feels nice underfoot.
Great carpet, but let's catch up with Andy. Andy, how are you?
Andy. How are you, Andy?
Good.
All right, let me pass it over. And Andy, give us a rundown of what you've done on the fit out inside on this one and the different sort of specs, because, yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, thank you. So this one here, we've gone a bit of a floor to ceiling kitchen, full height, white on white, classic, stone bench tops. Obviously, as we go through the process, the client can he's picked graphite handles throughout, door hardware, door handles blending through the kitchen, and then brushed nickel tapware and appliances blending through there as well. Obviously got the higher stud and a smaller footprint, just brings it out a bit more and feels a bit more open. With the stone tops, obviously a bit more expense, but then we've also got a matching laminate top in the laundry as well to tie everything in.
I thought it was stone, but I didn't touch it.
Does look very close, eh?
It looks very close.
Floor, obviously polished concrete. If you do, this one will ground down a little bit more, but if you just did the surface sand and seal, it's comparable to laminate flooring. But then when you do creep up, obviously the further you grind down, the more expensive it gets.
It's a very good comparison to have.
Yeah.
Now, the last house we were in with you, we had Formica bench tops. This time we've got stone bench tops. What's the difference in comparison between the two?
Yeah, so the bench top wise is not too much. You're probably looking at about $1,500 to $2,000. Obviously, it depends on the size of your kitchen, but this kitchen and laundry combination is obviously a lot more size in the cabinetry and going full height. So it's probably looking at almost double with that one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But a lot more kitchen, full height.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Here you go. Jason.
Yeah, no worries. We promised everybody we'd tell you what the price is. So it was $303,000 for us to do the concrete and all of the external shell and that. So what was it for you to do the internal fit out? on here?
So the internal fit out for this was 175,000.
Yep.
And yeah, start to finish, turnkey, build insurance, master builder's contract, quality, no compromise. It's just beautiful finishes. Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome. You guys, you've done a great job once again and looked after it. So that's 580. On top of that, we've got to allow for some earthworks, and then you got those big concrete water tanks and that out there. And the septic system. So I'm just going to put a PC sum, about 70k on there. So it's about 650k for all of this. So it works out about 3,000 a square metre to do it like this, because obviously you've got a tighter site, so the square meterage goes up, but still awesome for everything that you've got in here.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's just under 220 square metres. So yeah, we can do it. Why don't we check out outside, because we've got a different portico veranda area.
Yes, most certainly. Cool.
You know, last time we did it, we saw we had a flat ceiling that you worked with the client. I love these nice big 3-stacker doors. So
Woohoo.
indoor, outdoor flow.
Look at that.
Wow, we can get through it. Perfect. We can get through it together.
Yeah.
So a great job on the flashings that we've got in here. So we've flashed it out in here. 3 metres deep, 10 metres wide. So 10 metres wide for this whole shed house. And then you're going to be 21 metres in full length total. So yeah, but talk to me about the raking ceiling, Bronner.
Well, I do like the raking ceiling, and what we've done here is we've kept the portal columns, and what we've done is because it's high across the top, it comes down here and picture frames it quite nicely, I believe. We've also put cladding on the roof, on the ceiling. Always. And that just stops the birds coming in. It stops any ugliness, because otherwise you just see paper. Don't like that. And then we flashed it off beautifully, and again, Corin's done an incredible job with the flashings.
That's it. Whether it's flat, whether it's raking, it's up to you. It's your personal choice. We want to do it all. But there's just another fantastic shed house. So thanks to all the contractors that have been involved the whole way through. Takes a huge effort from a lot of teams to get these built, from draftees, engineers, council's consents, site works guys, concrete, Graham's crew, and building it. So just cheers to everybody that's done all the great work, all the New Zealand manufacturers that have been in behind, all the steel, all the concrete, everything that we need. We love you. We appreciate you. It's awesome. Any final words for it?
If you're not sure what you want to do, or you want to start down this journey, come on in and see us. Come and have a chat. I mean, this was come from a basic plan that we have on our site, and we modified it. We can do that. If you want something bigger, you want something taller, you want something shorter, you want something wider, come see us. Come have a chat.
That's
no
it.
ideas
Taller,
too dumb.
shorter, thinner, wider. We can do it all at Waikato Sheds. And if you're anywhere else in the country, don't worry. Jump on the blower, have a chat to us. We can help you out, and we can sort you out with a kit set nationwide. We've got tons of great builders up and down the motu that we'll be able to hook you up with.
Most certainly.
All right. Thanks again, Brono.
Thank you, Jace.
And let's end it with
Great sheds done right.